Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing well and in very good health. I know it's been a while since I last made a YouTube vlog video discussing the World Cup, but the World Cup, it's heating up, my friends. And you know, I should have been making videos over the weekend, but a lot of smack shit once again has been going down. But nevertheless, I'm back now. So guys, I have to tell you this. So far, two teams have gone 2 from 2 in the World Cup. Yesterday, New Zealand, they crushed the Netherlands really badly. And today was one of those days where there was a records galore. 3 batters, 2 from Pakistan and 1 from Sri Lanka, scoring centuries. And I must say, almost 700 runs were scored in Hyderabad. We'll get to that a bit later on. But there were 2 games today in the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup, and I'm going to start off with England playing Bangladesh in Dharamsala. That's in northern India, and England have finally got its World Cup campaign back on track with a comprehensive 137-run victory over Bangladesh in their second match. And more importantly, not only they easily defeated the Bangladeshis, it has also done some positive wonders to its net run rate, which is now positive 0.55, and the victory was all set up thanks to David Malan's career best 140 and Reece Topling's 4-wicket haul that dented Bangladesh quite badly. England, after being sent in to bat, posted 364 for 9 from 50 overs thanks to David Malan's 140, and there was also 82 from the bat of Joe Root. However, there were a couple of 20s in between, but no one really carried on the platform that was set up by Malan and Root. And at one point, England, when those two were there was a possibility of England getting even more on the board. But overall, 364 was more than enough of a winning total, because anytime you pass 300 on any type of wicket, it is always a winning total. And Bangladesh, and that really batted the Bangladeshis out of their game, out of their skins, because their bowlers literally were off target. And I'll talk about the Sri Lankan bowlers later, because they were trashed all over the place. The only positive for Bangladesh was that 4-wicket haul from Mehndi Hasan, 4 for 71, and there was 3 wickets for Shariful Islam, and there was also a wicket each for Shakib Al Hasan and Taskin Ahmed. However, their bowlers were being trashed all around the ground, and it was one of those days where Bangladesh, we all know when they are going to play a big side, they knew they were always going to falter. However, when they came out to bat, it was the same story. The only positive for them when they came out to bat, the Bangladeshis, was Liton Das. He made a 76 with the bat, and no one else showed up. And there was also a half century from the veteran Mushfiqur Rahim, 39 from this newcomer Tawhid. It's kind of tough to pronounce the Bangladeshi names, but there were a couple of knocks in between. But the 2 half centuries from Liton Das and Mushfiqur Rahim was not enough, because their batters failed to keep up with the required rate, and in the end they were bundled out for 227. Reece Topley, who came into the side for Moeen Ali, was the pick of the bowlers for England, 4 wickets for 43, and there was 2 wickets at the top for Chris Wookes, 2 for 49, and a wicket each for Adil Rashid and Liam Livingstone with their leggies, and also a wicket each for Sam Curran and Mark Wood. In the end, England thrashing Bangladesh by 137 runs, and they also go into the top 4 now on a better net run rate. And David Malan was adjudged the player of the match for his 140 runs. Coming to the second game now, in which I followed with most interest, because the men in green, my side Pakistan, was in action, and Pakistan became the second team in this competition to go 2 wins out of 2 in their World Cup campaign after pulling off what had to be the greatest ever run chase in cricket World Cup history. Not only this was their highest successful run chase in World Cup history, but it was also one of the closest games in the World Cup so far in the competition that has been mainly dominated by the bat and not the bowling. Now, Sri Lanka, they batted first and posted 344 for 7, and Kushal Mendes scored a magnificent 100. He top scored for the Sri Lankans with 122, and there was also a century as well from Sadira Sakarampras his first in one-day internationals, 108, and there was also a half century at the top of the order from Patam Nisankar, 51, and there were useful contributions from Dayajaya De Silva, 25, Dashan Shaniga, 12, and Welagadake, 10, and Sri Lanka, they finished on 344 for 9, and once again, unlike against the Netherlands, this time around the Pakistani bowlers were sent on a letter hunt. The only positives for the Pakistani pacers was Hassan Ali, who coincidentally replaced Naseem Shah in the team before the World Cup, 4 wickets for 71. He was to pick up the bowlers. There was also 2 wickets for Haris Ral, 2 for 64, also expensive, and a wicket each for Shaheen Shah Afridi and the outer form Shadab Khan. And in my view, if I was the Pakistani team management, Nawaz, he's doing okay with the ball, but Shadab Khan, in my view, even though he's the vice captain of the team, he needs to be dropped from the side. He's not even contributing with the ball. Worse enough, his batting has been on and off for a good while now. In my view, if I was the head coach Grant Branford, I would have replaced Shadab with not Usman Kadir, because he's not in the team. I'm talking about Usama Amir, beg your pardon. Usama Amir, in my view, should have been given a run, but in the end, they're still sticking with Shadab, and he's expensive. If you look at what they did with the team, they made a change in the side today at the top of the order. They dropped Fakhar Zaman for Abdullah Shafique, and look what he did. Abdullah Shafique, in his first ever World Cup game, and I think this has to be it's still early days for him in his ODI career, but at the halfway stage of the match, when Sri Lanka had made 344, we, the cricket fans, all thought it was game over for the Pakistanis. But according to the old saying, you never give up till it's over. That's because there were 2 centuries, and I'm talking about Abdullah Shafique now, because he was the one that replaced the outer form Fakhar Zaman. He came into the side and posted his first century in one-day international cricket with 113 at the top of the order, and the other century ran in the middle order that also won the player of the match, Mohammad Wasim. He scored his 3rd century in ODIs with an undefeated 131, and despite all the cramps he had later on in his innings, he carried the Pakistanis over the line with 9 deliveries remaining, and the Pakistanis, they finished on 345 for 4. Let me just run it through again. Abdullah Shafique was the second top scorer with 113, and again Imamul Haq failed at the top with 12 runs. Babar Azam, for the second straight game in a row, made 10. And I was telling a colleague of mine Friday, when Pakistan had defeated the Netherlands, anytime Babar Azam fails, the team collapsed. This is the second straight game in a row that Babar Azam has failed to fire, and yet still the Pakistani batters woke up and won the game. That's because Rizwan, who in my view should have been the vice captaincy over Shadab, he is setting the platform at that all-important number 4 position, because he likes batting at 4 in ODIs compared to in the T20s, where he likes to be batting at the top. He is doing well at that number 4 position, and to all of the haters that wanted him drop and for Sarfraz return, forget about Sarfraz. His time has come and gone, and he was rubbish. Rizwan, is the one that you have to rely on most of the times, and he is one of the backboners in the Pakistani middle order, other than Babar Azam in there. But since Babar has failed in the first couple of games, the other batters have stepped up to the challenge and they've led from the front. And if you look at the Sri Lankan bowling column, as what Jeffrey Boycott would say, they were all rubbish. Take Shana, 1 for 59, not a bad spell. Dilshan Madhushankar, 2 for 60, even though he was expensive. Dashan Shanagar, 5 overs for 28, no wicket. Mahisha Patirana, he was again very expensive, just like in the first game against South Africa, where he went wicketless. This time around, 1 for 90 from 9 overs, very expensive. While the other bowlers, they were just sent on a leather hunt all around the ground. In the end, Pakistan, just like New Zealand, have gone 2 from 2 in its World Cup campaign. And coming up tomorrow, India versus Afghanistan at the Kotala. Now don't forget, my friends, this Saturday, India plays Pakistan at the Narendra Modi Cricket Stadium. And for all of my friends in the Caribbean who wants to watch the World Cup games, y'all can watch them live on ESPN Caribbean. Check your local listings, whether you have Flow, Digicel, or whatever cable provider you have. Check your listings because the games starts very early, from 4 in the morning. So guys, until we meet again, folks, you guys be good, be cool, and take care of yourself. Thank you.